Yeah.
It's better for the animal. So sorry about your shit that's been destroyed, but meh.
Although I will say, I didn't know about spade. I like horses, but I don't know a lot about horses. So I didn't know that they existed. And
Horses? Yeah, they've been around for a while. I hear.
I
Sorry.
meant spade bits, Nathan.
Yes.
But they like dig in the horse's mouth, so they hurt them. And I didn't know what those were. So I guess it's almost like a choke collar or something for a dog. Like the equivalent would be something that actively hurts the dog, I think, when they pull them around too.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. It doesn't sound like it's very nice, whatever it is she's doing
No.
to this horse. But Richard obviously isn't going to have it, and he smashed him, so she will do it no longer. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Did you just look up a spade bit?
Yeah, I am looking at a picture of one right now. I'm trying to figure out how it goes on the horse.
It's the way that you would think, oh, no, it couldn't do that. That's probably the way it goes.
What it looks like to me, and I don't know, so if you guys know and I have this totally wrong, I mean, please say so, because this thing looks, I don't see how that can fit in a mouth. It looks like the horse's jaw goes onto that part. Like it goes in its mouth.
Yes.
But then that is on top of its tongue. And it's just a hunk of steel that's right there in the mouth. So, yeah, if you yank on that, yeah, that could rip. Oh, dude, yeah. No, don't use that.
And, like, a bit is a piece of metal in their mouth, too. But, like, the spade ones have a piece of metal that shoves into the roof of their mouths when you do it.
Yeah, Richard says that a jointed snaffle is better. And so now I am going to look
We're learning about horses tonight, guys.
Oh, dude, I'm going to do some stuff. In a jointed snaffle. Oh. Okay, well, that looks much better. It doesn't have a big hunk of steel holding the horse down. It's just like... Okay, well, this is still made out of metal, so that can't be comfortable, but it looks like it lays in the horse's mouth, and then...
Yeah.
It's not on top of their tongue or like where they have to eat anything. That's Richard's point, is that it sits underneath all of that so the horse can eat like safely or safer.
Hurt them in the mouth.
Right.
Yeah. Verna flips out and says they need that shit to control the big dumb animals. And remind you, this is after Richard was like, no, they have names. Hey. He tells her you don't need to hurt them. You just need to build trust with the horses. It's more dangerous to risk hurting them in a moment of fear or pissing them off than to just, like, work with them.
Yeah. I mean, he goes into this explanation about how if you get scared and you pull on this thing and you hurt the horse and the horse panics, then you're pulling on this thing even harder because your horse is panicking, and all it is thinking about is you are hurting me, get off.
Understandably.
Yeah, and it's overkill. It's way overkill, and that's not lost on Richard. And he doesn't outright and say it, but I was thinking, fuck, that's kind of like them using the Radahan on Richard. It is overkill. He would totally come willingly. I know, I mean, he wouldn't be happy about it, but if he knew that was the only way to get back to Kaylin, I feel like he would. They do need him for the headaches. That's the only thing that I see it's necessary for.
I mean, they could do something about the headaches without the Radahan, I feel like. And we'll get it. I mean, that's too far. That's too far. We don't know any of this.
Okay.
We can't get into that. But it is a parallel, and it's not. I don't think it's lost on Richard. He is trying to make that point without making it super blatant at first.
Yeah, he's using the horse as like a metaphor.
Yeah. And eventually Verna begrudgingly tries to talk to the horse, but Richard's like, you have to give the right tone of voice. At least pretend to be nice. You can't, like, talk to it like it's trash because it's gonna feel that.
Yeah, she tries, right? And she goes like, "Oh yeah, you're a good dumb stupid beast, aren't you, buddy?" And does like you could do that to dogs. They're the same way.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you're like, "Oh, you're just a big dumb idiot." Like, nah, I would never say that to my dog, first of all, because Loki is the shit.
I mean, we have just to explain to the kids that you can.
Yeah, well, yes, it has more to do with your tone than your actual words. Horses are the exact same way. So he's like, dude, you actually have to pretend. He even goes so far as to tell her, you can just say what it is you're doing out loud. You don't have to say anything soft or sweet to the horse. You just have to say it in a manner that's calming and like nice sounding.
But you are going to have to start taking care of your own shit. So good talk.
Bonding exercise. Scrub that underside.
Richard tells her that you should try to win Jessup over with kindness, even if you're not sincere. You're already really good at doing that type of shit. That's how you treat me.
Who got burned now, Verna? I love that. He's such a smartass in this chapter.
Sassy Richard.
Mm-hmm.
He's feeling, I mean, he woke up in pain. So he's just like, I'm going to deal it out.
Not the day, Verna, okay?
She tells him that she swore to bring him back to the palace, but now she thinks she's going to be hung from the rafters when she does, just because he's going to be a lot of trouble.
He's going to be trouble, and he's weird, like he's a kid, or he's not a kid, sorry. He's all cut up. They're like, what happened to this child we sent you to get? He's grown, he's scarred. What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
He's broken. His brain is literally broken.
You wanted him here.
This is your fault. Plus, I mean, and she does say this a couple of times, and I know we'll get to them in a minute, but how much faith does that instill in you to know that we're going to go back to this place and these people are going to kill me? She makes the joke 3 times in this chapter. They're going to hang me from the rafters because of this shit. Like, oh, your friends kill each other, which I guess we already knew.
Yeah, they do.
But it was just like, these people don't sound very awesome. Do you even want to go there? Should we both just go the other way and pretend like none of this is a thing?
Yeah, no, they don't sound like a very welcoming bunch. But
no.
If they're all like Verna, I mean, I wouldn't be super excited to go there anyways.
Oh my gosh, it has been so long since I've seen you. I missed you. Come here. Did you just track dirt on my floor? Fuck off. Get out of here with your shoes. Come in my house with shoes.
You saw the welcome mat.
You're
yes?
a monster.
So Richard knows that Verna is magic and Richard knows that Verna is powerful and she has magic. And this is all about control. She's just being a bossy bitch because she wants to be a bossy bitch. And, like, get him in line before she has to use the color.
I kind of feel like, in a way, this is what happens. Now, I don't know personally, but I'm sure if we have somebody who's a vet that's listening, they'll know what this is. The Hell Day, or the Hell Week, I think it is, your first week when you go into training for the Army. You get off the bus or the helicopter or whatever it is you came in on, and they have that guy who just immediately gets in your face and starts screaming at you because they want you, as far as I understand it, to, like, get shocked into falling in line. You do what this guy says. And it's like on every level because they just instill that fear in you, like, this is the man to listen to. And like my dad told me, like, later they say, you know, I'm your mom and your dad. Like, I'll take care of you. If you need something, you come to me, but you also do what the fuck I say. And she's trying to instill that in Richard immediately.
Yeah, that's why she's sending like a million mixed messages to it.
Just confusing the hell out of him.
We're friends. No, we're not. I'm in charge. Like, I mean, it's all going to the same place, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm your parent authority figure who takes care of you also. But it's a big shock when you're an adult and somebody starts treating you that way.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite examples is if we were the last two people on Earth and you said, hey, come over here, I would be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I have no reason to do that, and you can't make me because we're just two people. She's trying to establish that she's higher than him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but like, literally you two are all alone, other than the magic, which is definitely a factor here. Like, no, you're not the boss of me, though. You're not actually the boss of me, though. Even if I'm forced to do what you want right now, fuck you.
Well, I think the other difference is too that he chose to put this collar on like he wasn't going to. And it's not like a kid. So, I don't know. I am not under your control because I am only here because I chose to be here. Now I'm stuck here, but I'm mad about it.
Yeah. We are not friends.
So, this is basically what they're doing with the horses, trying to like bond and get them to just fall in line and do what they say. But like, Richard wants to do it in the nice way, the right way to do it, and Verna tries to keep going back to the bad place.
Yes.
Richard asks how far they still have to go to the palace, and Verna tells him they still have like a really long fucking way, and he's like, cool, you're gonna have plenty of time to work with Jessup. I'm going first.
Yeah, he makes a point here that he's gonna ride Bonnie. Bonnie is the mare, and the mare is the dominant horse. The lead female horse is the dominant horse, and Verna insists that stallions are dominant. The one she's riding, Jessup, right?
Yeah.
And Richard schools her immediately. He's like, no, that's not how it fucking works.
It is a little bit interesting that Verna, who comes from like this group of women who overpower men, like just as a general rule.
I didn't even go there, but holy shit, good point already.
Thinks that stallions in general are the more dominant. I don't know. There's a weird thing there somewhere that I didn't think about until now.
I mean, half a thought as it was, I think it was fantastic because I didn't even consider that. But you're absolutely right. I think that has something to do with the fact that the sisters don't really care about what the horses prefer or don't prefer or how they behave or what would make them happy. They don't care because it's all about control for them. But like also I can't talk. And also like what they've been taught, like the men are dominant. So now these are dominant women who are like, no, that's the way that it is there. That doesn't happen with the sisters, though. They're in charge.
Right. But maybe that's why they... Okay. They know that wizards are stronger than they are in general, just all the time. But in their palace, they get to be the ones in charge. But maybe that's why they exert so much control, because in their minds, the males are more dominant, so they have to, like, whack them into the ground.
So it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Gotta break
shit.
the fuck out of them.
Hey, full thought. You got there. You win. I like it.
Completed.
Okay. So the thought I had that was much more simple-minded than anything you just brought up was that horses like a strong-willed female, kind of like Richard and Kaylin. Because she is that. She's obviously the lead mare. And then, for no reason whatsoever, the song Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones maybe came to mind. Also a fantastic song.
I am not going to sing. Nope, not going to happen.
Oh, please do.
I thought about it for half a second, and I was like, nope. You've not had near enough booze to do that on a podcast, especially live. So, none for you guys.
So... Verna makes the joke again that they're gonna hire her from the hangman's rafter.
Ooh, maybe you've had enough beer though. Huh?
How about that beer? Verna makes the joke again that she will